Hey guys, it's Ciara and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I would just like to apologise for not uploading a video on Wednesday, and then I didn't upload one on Saturday, but I did upload one on Monday. So my schedule's been a bit recently. Now, I think I'm back, I'm here, so you get to see my face again. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining plot lines on TV shows that I would have changed if I was the writer, slash scrapped, slash banned from being aired on the television because they're that goddamn awful. There is 3 shows I'm going to be discussing. If you live in the UK and you're my age, you've probably grown up with one of these shows. Another show you may have watched from wherever you live, if you're my age or a little bit older, if you like music and musicals and music TV shows. And the other show has some really out there plot lines that a lot of people have stopped watching it for because it's really that bad. So the shows I'm going to be discussing are The Next Step, Glee and Riverdale. Now I'm going to start with The Next Step because I don't have that much to say on it. There's only like 2 things that stuck out to me that I could really think of that really, I was like, what frick is going on here? And that is pretty much just relationship stuff. The first thing is Hunter and Emily not getting back together after Amanda left due to being exposed in season 2. This annoyed me so much. I loved Hunter and Emily. I thought they were amazing together, and I was really pissed off when they didn't get back together after Amanda left. It really did make me angry, and I thought they were really good together, and I don't understand why they didn't get back together. And also then Hunter left at the start of season 3. I don't know why. I don't know if Zach had other projects or whatever like that, but it just made me angry, and like I wanted them to get back together and, you know, fuming. And then the next thing, which really annoys me, I'm a Giley stan, you know, I love James and Riley. However, this did annoy me. So if you've seen The Next Step, you'll obviously know that in season 2, James was doing the duet of Tied to You with Beth for a competition because another B trooper called Charlie dropped out. James and Beth kissed, Riley and James broke up, and then James had to do a whole list, some of which were nearly impossible tasks. Oh my god, that's a massive fly. Before they could get back together. And I was like, okay, fine, he's broke the trust and now he's gained it back by showing how much he cares about her. But then, in season 4, can we just forget season 4 exists? But, can we just talk about how Alfie and Riley became a thing? Like, Riley cheated on James, she kissed Alfie, Piper saw, blah blah. And then they were doing bangers and mashups in London, and then Riley just comes and goes, I love you, you're gonna have to forgive me. And then he kissed her and they're back together. James had to do a whole last list to gain back her trust. He just got back with her like that. I think, don't get me wrong, I wanted them to get back together, and I knew that they were gonna get back together because it's like a show and everybody wants to please the audience. However, I think the process of them getting back together should have taken a bit longer. It was really sudden. One episode, she was on a date with Alfie. I don't know where she was, but she was at the studio having a date with Alfie. They were eating food, and then at the start of the next episode they were about to go on holiday together to like Switzerland, but by the end of the same episode she's back with James. I can't even express how angry it makes me that don't get me wrong, I love Riley and James, but I hate season 4 Riley, and I think Riley should have had to do something to gain back James's trust, rather than just her coming back and everything being fine straight away. Like, I think that was I think the writers did something wrong there. The rest of the things we're going to talk about in the other 2 shows are pretty much just plot lines that shouldn't have happened, or really weird plot lines. So next, I'm going to talk about Glee. A key thing in Glee in series 5 was that Rachel got her dream role of playing Fanny Bryce in Funny Girl. At the end of series 5, she quits her dream job playing Fanny Bryce in Funny Girl on Broadway to do a TV show called That's So Rachel, which, as you can tell, is about her when she's not even been on Broadway for like 6 months. That plotline really annoyed me because that's been Rachel's dream job and something she's talked about since season 1. And they just scrapped 5 whole series of character development to let that happen. Why couldn't they have just kept her on there but then made a few problems along the way rather than making her completely scrap it? Like, it made me angry, you know? I wasn't happy about it. Another thing, Brittany being a genius. more specifically, a maths genius. Now that was one of the most stupid plot lines I think I've ever seen. I know that it was because Heather Morris was pregnant and she had to leave the show for a while because, you know, she was pregnant. But like, what? Could they not have given her a different way to leave? Because I just thought it was a bit stupid how they just made her a maths genius, like in the middle of the series, and then, because she's always been known as the stupid character. So for her to become a mathematical genius is just absolutely insane. Dave and Blaine dating. That doesn't make sense. Okay, fine, another gay couple, absolutely fine, that's not my problem. The issue is, Blaine and Kurt were together for so long, and Krosky was Kurt's like bully. He caused a lot of shit, like things were really bad when Kurt was being bullied by Krosky. And then Blaine and Kurt break up, and Dave and Blaine get together. I can understand not wanting to be with your ex, but going against somebody who made their life a misery for years is weird. I don't understand why that happened. Something absolutely insane is how quickly Quinn recovered from her car accident on the way to Rachel and Finn's wedding. Like, she was in a wheelchair doing a performance of I'm Still Standing with Artie, and then like 3 episodes later she was just walking around at prom. I think it takes quite a long time to get over an accident like that and get out of a wheelchair, but it just happened like that, and I don't know where it came from or how or what. Like, that was just a stupid thing to do. Right, the next thing I'm gonna mention, and the last thing I'm gonna mention, are 3 episodes that I genuinely think should have been banned from airing on television because they were that disturbing, okay? They were really that bad. So the first one is the twerking episode, which, ugh. A middle-aged man twerking with teenagers is quite something. I don't know why that was a thing. I don't know why that was allowed to air. And it was just a very weird episode concept. The next one is the Hurt Locker. I just kind of find that a bit disturbing that Sue hates everyone, and she has this weird locker in a garage where she like fantasizes about Kurt and Blaine and tries to get them back together, and then locks them in a lift with a tiny little demonic alien robot version of herself and gets them to kiss, otherwise they can't come out. Now, I know the Glee writers were on crack in the last few seasons, but they were really on crack when they were writing that. Who thought that was a good episode idea? The final episode, which I think should have been literally banned from airing, is the Puppet Master episode. Like, that was just weird, how they were sat in a corner of the choir room with this gas leak, and it made everyone turn into a puppet. Don't know about you, but that seems a bit weird to me, and I don't understand why that was a thing. But yeah, those 3 episodes really did baffle my mind, and I don't know why they exist. Finally, Riverdale. Now, Riverdale is very questionable. I loved series 1 and 2. I thought the plot lines were good. I thought the ongoing issue, for example, like the Black Hood, was like a good storyline to have, and it worked. But series 3 and 4 were awful, and series 5, I had hope for series 5, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes in now, I'm not too sure, and it's already started to get weird again. I can't remember what they're called, but there's like these alien things that are like making all the lights flicker in pops, and everything's just a bit weird. And I really thought series 5 was gonna be good, but now they're introducing all these weird alien characters again, and I don't like it. But series 3 and 4 were goddamn awful. Griffins and gargoyles, what the hell is that? That was just weird. The whole farm thing and the griffins and gargoyles. The Gargoyle King. What is that? I feel so bad for those actors because they had to sign a 7-season contract to do Riverdale, and I'm almost certain that they wish they could have left after season 2. The next 2 are rather incestuous plot lines. So the first one is at the start of series 1, Polly Cooper and Jason Blossom were dating. It is later discovered that they are cousins and that they didn't know, and they had babies together. They're twins and they were cousins. Just process that for a second. And then, to make it even more weird, Betty and Jughead, right, are dating, right? They find out they share a half brother because their parents used to date and they had a child. Okay, so they share a half brother. That's weird enough. But then their parents date again, and then they're all living in the same household. Like, FP and Alice are dating, and Jughead and Betty are dating. Can someone explain where the logic in that is and why someone decided to add that as a plotline? The next one, I was shocked when I saw this happen on the screen. I was like, what is going on here? And why has this been introduced? Cheryl Blossom kept her brother's body in the cellar. Like, I think it was like series 4 where this was uncovered. She was introducing her girlfriend Tony to her dead brother, but it was actually the body. Like, it wasn't just like a photo and was like, this is what Jason used to look like. The body was there. That, I don't know about you. I don't know if you keep bodies in the cellar, but I thought that was a bit weird. The last thing which just really confused me, I had to rewatch this scene last night because I couldn't remember it, but I knew that it happened, so I wrote it down on the list, but I couldn't remember what actually happened in the scene. But in season 2, I think it was episode 8, it said, Betty was in the Serpent Club, I can't remember what it's called, was it the White Worm or something, and just started randomly pole dancing. Like, Veronica and Archie were just singing Mad World, and then Veronica runs off, and Betty just decides, oh yeah, I'm gonna go take my clothes off and pole dance and sing this song, okay? It was just really weird. Like, she just got up there and started like singing with her head down like that and started like opening her top, and Jughead was just there like, and then at the end, her mum comes in and starts going, oh my god. And then, at the end of it, Jughead's dad is the first one to start clapping, because at the end everyone goes quiet and they're like, what just happened? But FP just comes in and goes, like, what? I just found that dreadful. Why is that a scene? Why did that even need to happen? That is the end of today's video of things I would have changed on TV shows and that should have been illegal. And I know it was literally just talking about things that probably a lot of you aren't interested in, but I know I have quite a few people on here that watch / have watched Glee and Riverdale, and probably a lot of you would have seen The Next Step as well, because a lot of you that watch my videos come from my fan page, so you're all Max and Harvey fans. And if you watch Max and Harvey, then that means you've probably watched The Next Step because they're on CBBC, and you're probably quite young if you like Max and Harvey, because I don't know anyone over the age of 19 that likes them. And even then, there's a very small minority that are over the age of 17. Take from that what you will. Go follow my TikTok if you don't already. I've had a few videos that have done quite well recently and they've made me really happy. Go follow all my other social medias, which are in the description, but my Instagrams, as usual, will be on the screen now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are watching this video on the day it comes out or the day after, I hope you're having a lovely weekend. I hope you've enjoyed being back at school. I'm not actually back until Monday, but I probably will be doing like some sort of school related videos again soon. I'll do like a morning routine for school and an evening routine for school and things like that, because I've always wanted to do those, but obviously I wasn't at school, so there was no point in me really doing a routine when I didn't even have a routine. So yeah, that's the end of me rambling. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!